Did you ever bring men to the house?
That, like, the night that confrontation happened, I had just met another guy. The same night that incident occurred, he stopped by. Yeah, that was like July.
And you all were still together?
No, we were separated at the time.
Sir, did you have women in the house?
When I come to the house, I might have friends with me, males and females with me.
Did she ever mention to you that these women said you had been with them or they were dating you?
No, she says that.
She never mentioned that to you.
She said that these women come to the house and people cry to her about, oh, I used to love him, I used to be with him before, I used to love him, stuff like that.
But
they acknowledge her
mentioning it to you.
Right, they acknowledge that she's the woman.
You said she never mentioned it to you. And what you described is not only mentioning to you, but challenging you.
That's what she said.
And letting you know she was bothered by it.
Stuff like
and
that.
You said you were bringing them through just for friendship.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not quite sure that she has the right to be bothered by anything, seeing as though it's very clear that she was doing her thing as well. Now, what she does have the right to be bothered by is that the defendant is living in her home and deciding that he's going to go tit for tat with her in regards to dealing with other people. But the main reason why there's so much antipathy between the two of them is because, as I stated earlier, it's very clear that the plaintiff is stigmatized, and she is going to end up back with him in the aftermath of this case. I guarantee you that. Because if a woman is ready to scrap with a dude who's living with her, who flagrantly brings other women into the home that is hers, of course she's going to end up getting back with him because she's still thinking about that rod. The only reason why she was running around trying to find other men is because she's trying to see if she can find a rod that can replace his. And until she does that, she's going to continue to obsess over the defendant.
Yeah, friends and people
that you used to date.
And my friends as well. You know, people from the neighborhood. Like
the loan. How does he owe you for the loan?
People from the neighborhood. Alley cats you talking about. Random coochie.
For the loan.
Okay, around February 2017, he asked me to loan him $200. Well, actually, a couple months prior to that, I loaned him $150 because he was fighting a DUI. And his lawyer had called one day. We were out shopping, and his lawyer called and said that he would drop the case if he didn't come up with some money. So at that point is why I loaned him the extra $200 on top of the $150 I loaned him prior for the same thing.
When was he to repay it?
He was supposed to pay me back. I thought I would receive it by July.
When did he say he would pay it back?
By June or July.
Okay. And he has not, obviously.
Not a dime.
So it's $350 for the loan.
Yes.
What about stolen money?
Okay, this happened, I think it was September the 6th. My ex, I hadn't seen him in almost 2 years. And so since I've been separated from him, he would come by every now and then. He helped me raise my kids. We were together for 8 years, so he's still a part of my family.
You don't have to explain to me. I'm not the one.
She's explaining to you because she's trying to lay the groundwork for why she's still fucking her quote-unquote ex. And that's something that brothers have to consider when you get involved with a woman with children, especially young children, is that the quote-unquote baby daddy feels like he still has tabs on the vagina. And oftentimes, the mother also believes that he still has tabs on the vagina and will give him some. So that's another parameter, that's another factor that you have to consider. That's another variable that you have to consider when you get involved with females who have children, is that they do have quote-unquote hiccups with their baby daddies. And if it's a dude who is still that much in their child's life, you have to ask yourself, why is it that they just don't raise the children together and be together? Is it because one or the both of them are that negative that they cannot find themselves in the mindset that's needed to cohabit and raise the children in a productive manner? Or is it just that the female that you're with, she decided that she's going to embrace her natural quote-unquote independent aspect of her persona, the feminazi aspect, to such a degree that it's untenable for her to be with a man, which means that the time on your relationship with her is draining away, is ticking down as well. Some of these so-called single mothers are like queen bees. They just want to have sex with drones and then pass them along, move them along. Or like a female praying mantis who makes love to her consort and then devours him. Something to think about. If the female that you're with has a young child and the quote-unquote baby daddy is always in the picture, if they're overly friendly, there is a possibility that they're still romantically involved. So if you don't care, if you just view her as a concubine, then that's one thing. But if that's someone that you desire to take seriously, then you may have to reevaluate.
The one that got mad about it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead and tell me why you're bringing these men home. Go ahead.
So, okay. Again, Mr. Gray
Did you
shows
go for
up.
it?
Hey, how
He
you
didn't
left?
go for it, so come on.
Okay, again, Mr. Gray shows up. He has a secret spare key all the time, so he came in.
Yeah, he damn sure got a special key for that lock you got. That's why you still obsessing over that man. He's the only one who knows how to gain entry properly.
And we all was able to get along for the most part at that time. And then he went manic. He whooped me
You
with a
didn't ask
belt.
the man, hold on, you didn't ask the man, what is he doing with a...
Yes, I did. I always ask
Okay, you
him
missed
why.
that part, and what did he say?
He said because he want entry when he wants entry.
Okay, and so did
Yeah, I bet.
you say, no, you can't do that? Can
Yes, I
have
have,
the
Your
key?
Honor. I've taken every key
No,
this
no,
man
this
got.
incident you're referring to.
Yes, I did, Your Honor. That day I did.
Because I thought I heard you say you all got along. When
No,
he
I'm
came-
saying
The bro said she takes every key the man got. I could see this guy. He going down to the locksmith. I need 20 copies of this key. Because I need to get up in that house whenever I feels like it. So just make the 20 copies and call me when they're ready.
And we
and
was
all
able-
you all got
we
along.
was able to be cordial that day.
Right, how do you be
Y'all-
cordial with a man who has taken your keys to your house and comes anytime he wants
Oh,
to,
now.
yet you don't want him to do it?
Because she's stigmatized, Your Honor. When you say he comes whenever he wants to, in more ways than one. That's all this case is really about.
Exactly.
But when he does, you're cordial. That doesn't make sense to me.
I mean,
Makes perfect sense to me, Judge Mathis. I believe it makes sense to you too. You just can't say it on TV. That's why I have my channel, so I can say it.
I'm
That's
talking
the time you
about-
call the police.
That's
You say,
true.
police,
That's
my
true.
ex keeps making keys, coming to my house. I got my new man over here, and he's here right now.
Because the new man is just meant to make him jealous. She ain't thinking about that new man.
With those keys. You don't say, oh, I see you went and made some keys illegally. Come on in and let's be cordial. That's not how you do when people steal your keys, make a copy. You don't want them to do that because there's a risk that they might steal from you. For example, the stolen property.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about it.
Okay, Your Honor. So I had somebody had just stole my debit card number, and the bank told me to draw all the money out that I needed. So anyway, I had to take the money out of my account that night to pay the rent. So I ended up having the money on me, and because I had other people there, I had to put it in my bra. I know that's a little unsanitary, but I put it in my bra, and I laid down and went to sleep. And when I woke up, this man was in my bra like this, wrestling me for the money, and then he took off and ran and jumped in his car.
What did the police say?
Well,
This sound a bit strange. I mean, I don't know how he knew he got the money rubbing against them saggy ass titties. I mean, it's probably hard to distinguish between some paper bills and them saggy ass milk droppers you got.
I had made a police report, which you have, and I tried to make it a criminal case. They told me it was more of a civil suit, and I could get the money.
Somebody steal your money out your bra and run. They said that's
armed
civil.
And so me
That's
to
strong
now-
armed robbery.
Judge Mathis will be right back.
The brother said that's strong arm robbery. No, I think that's more like strong titty robbery.
What happened that day?
Man, I came over that house. She had the guy over there, a couple more guys over there, some females over there. I kicked it for a minute with them, and I left. And then I came back, and she's talking about some money missing. When I came back, she said, my money missing, my money's missing. You know, after my money is missing, it's
How
missing.
about the police? Do you know of
Police
them
never
getting
came. She never called no police or anything. She did that
Actually,
like
no,
about a
honey.
week later. She filed a police report.
I'm sorry,
A
Your
week
Honor. No, I waited
Once
3
her
days.
boyfriend left, because she stabbed up. She had a knife on her boyfriend that same day. Like, and he.
Hey, brothers, you hear that? The defendant saying that the plaintiff had a knife on her boyfriend. So it's very clear that it's modus operandi for her to conduct herself with men in a violent manner. Once you see that the female that you're with likes to initiate violent confrontation, leave it alone. Leave it alone. And oftentimes they will drop little hints to you, whether it's over the phone or in many of your initial interactions with them, that they're not all there upstairs. Don't go back and forth with them. But you know what? I'm going to keep it 100 with a lot of y'all brothers. A lot of y'all are raised in homes with violent mothers, with mothers who are mentally unstable, and y'all think that shit is regular. That's not regular, man. The woman in your life is supposed to be there to make you happy and to make sure that she's a positive force in your life. That's her job. If she can't do that, she has to go.
And he said he got stabbed because
That's not
he
true.
was trying to protect somebody else from getting stabbed.
That's not true.
Stabbed by who?
Her. She was stabbing everybody. She stabbed my witness. She stabbed her and said she stole some money. She said
That's
that
not
she
true.
stole some money from her, and the police took her in
And
because
this
she stabbed
lady-
the lady, and they
Hold on.
found the money in her bra.
Excuse me, Your
at the
Honor.
police
His
station.
witness is his brother's girlfriend
It's like
who I
crazy.
caught him sexually.
Did you stab him?
Sexually? No, I did not, Your Honor. I didn't stab anybody. I
A lot
was
of
very
people.
upset and I was in a rage.
Come on up, man.
I caught this woman.
Now listen to what the plaintiff is saying. She said, I didn't stab anybody. I was very upset. I was in a rage. So it sounds like you did something.
This woman
State
in my
your name.
bed naked. She's dating his brother.
Can I hear from her?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Kanita Simmons. She stabbed me in my leg. She went crazy. She didn't know who stole her money.
Instead of stabbing people, she should have pulled off that damn wig you got on your head. The money's probably under there. It might still be under there.
She said that it was a money order.
All right. Your counterclaim, sir, how does she owe you?
She damaged my car. She beat my car. I was trying to get away from the house.
When was that?
This was before this incident.
This is another time?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
This is
What were you
before
doing
this
over
incident.
there then?
Man, we would stay together.
Got it. All right, so what happened?
I was trying to leave. She didn't want me to go nowhere.
Why were you trying to leave? Had you all argued?
It'd be time to go sometime, Your Honor.
Okay, so
I agree with that, brother, but sometimes when it's time to go, that means that it's time to stay going.
time to go, in your opinion, in this case, and what happens?
And she wouldn't let me leave. I had to lock my doors because she tried to grow through my window, put her arm in the windows. I had to roll my windows up, and then I won't stop. So she had beat on my back of my car with a cell phone and kicked my doors and kicked the car and broke my mirror. She's just all kind of crazy.
Your Honor, he just trying to get some money.
I'm trying to get some money.
I didn't do that to you.
Did you contact the police?
Did I kind of? No, I didn't. And then she burned my back with.
You see that? He said, no, I didn't. He just brushed it off because he looked at that as regular behavior, as part and parcel of being in a relationship. That's dysfunctional, brothers. That shit is dysfunctional. You should have higher standards for the females that deal with you, man.
Back with boiling hot water. She threw hot water on my back while I was sleeping.
When?
The time when she said she came in the room, she had some guy at her house who was trying to cook some spaghetti, and we had a little sad bet. We was gonna cook who make the best food or whatever for a football game, whatever. We was cooking some guy things, and I fell asleep. I was tired, so the guy tried to wake me up. Well, she sent her in there to wake me up. I'm like, leave me alone, I'm asleep, leave me alone, I'll do that later. Leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. So she kept on bothering me in my sleep. So I said, leave me alone, leave me alone, leave me alone. Next thing I know, I feel hot water on my back. Boiling hot water on my back. My shirt stuck to me. I had to take off my clothes.
Did you do that?
I can show you right now.
No.
If you want.
You know, the water incident really did happen. That's because he punched me so hard, I felt like a train had hit me. He asked me.
So you went and premeditated
I
this
did
and went
not-
and boiled
no, I
some
did
water?
not. We was cooking like he said, and I came to bring him some food, and he hit me so hard I thought I was going
Why did
to
you?
die.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't believe you then. You
Listen,
don't
Your
know
Honor,
why this
he's-
man came and hit you so hard.
Can I
Have a
say
good
something,
day.
Your Honor?
Both of your claims are granted. I believe you both. I believe your side regarding her pouring the hot water on you.
In the
And I
car.
believe you, ma'am, regarding him hitting you. And regarding the loan and the stolen money. And I believe the car damages. What you say happened to you, I believe it. What you say happened to you, I believe it. Therefore, you both win. Have a good day. Now, look.
I love life, man. I'm just living. I'm cool. I don't care about her or anything she want to do. I ain't got to be
We don't care
around
about
you.
you either.
I can give you.
Why get out of here?
Hey, you want your
Go
keys to
somewhere.
your house?
Yes,
We want the
please,
keys to our house.
No, I ain't no keys to your
Yes, you
house.
can. I please get my judgment now. If you got my
You think you want the key to your house? I ain't got the key to your house. At least not on me. Now back in my place is a whole other story. I got 20 pairs. I guarantee you they got together that night. Because that's how a lot of this dysfunctional shit transpires and carries on. But anyway, once again, brothers, man, a lot of shit that cats get into is avoidable. As long as they understand what they should be the recipients of. Peace.